Hello everyone, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Welcome to part 2 of the little baby Saphira tutorial. So far you should have done part 1 and done the wings, front legs, and back legs. In this portion we will be working on the head and neck and maybe part of the front body. Depends on whatever. Anyway, we will definitely be doing the head and neck in this tutorial. So, first we're going to start with this is kind of the trial I did of the head. It's really cute. Okay. I'm warning you that it takes a lot of double looped bands. Okay, so it may be frustrating for you, but hopefully it won't be too frustrating. Okay. So we're going to start with her antenna. Okay. So I am taking blue bands. I believe I'm going 9 times. Okay. Double loop your navy blue, or whatever your antenna color is. I'm just untangling that. Okay, let's do the other side. So same thing, double looping. Oops, what the heck? Why did I grab that band? Okay, these are all double looped. I'm just gonna untangle these a little bit because they're kind of twisty. Okay, we're gonna cap off here by wrapping a band around, creating 4 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we're gonna loop up each side. Okay, let's do this side. Okay, tie off with the navy. Okay, you want to make sure you tie off with the same color as the antenna, okay? Usually it doesn't matter, but this part actually does matter. Yay, okay, so here's our antenna. Okay, we are going to be tucking these into the antenna later, so just put that aside. We're going to be working on the forehead first, so I'm taking my 2 of the light blues, so 1 of each of the opaque and jelly. I am going down 3 times, like that. Now I'm going to double loop my jelly blue here and here, and same thing on the other side. Okay, now we're going to make her eyes. So I'm going to do the eyes pretty much exactly the same as in the big one. Okay, so they're going to be pretty big. I'm just not putting the eyelids on. So take 2 of your eye color, 2 black and 2 white. Okay, we're going to start with 1 eye, so I'm taking my white first, wrapping it around, creating 4 loops. And take your eye color, wrap that around, creating 4 loops. I'm using the metallic blue for the eye. And then your black, wrap that around, only make 2 loops with it. Okay, we want the eye to look like slits, so I'm going to hold the loose or the large loop with my finger while I take 2 loops of the eye color and cross them over onto the other side of the black. It's a little tricky. You want to cross them over. Okay, so it looks like this, and the black is kind of just, the loop is kind of just stuck in the back like that. Now we're going to take 2 loops of the white, bring it all the way onto the other side of the blue, like that. Okay, so that is what it should look like. Now you're going to take your 2 blues, put them on your hook, and we're going to pull the eye onto them in order. So ignore this black loop in the back. Okay, you might actually pull that. Well, I will say, okay. We're just going to pull over the white, then the eye color, then the 2 black gently. Try not to make it too loose, and then the eye color, and then the white again. Okay, so I pulled it all onto those 2 bands. Now I'm going to wrap the loops around this peg, and you want to turn the eye so the good part of the eye is facing like that general direction. Okay? And we want to make the other eye, so the white wrapped around 4 times, the eye color wrapped around 4 times, and then, oh, that looked bad. Let me do it again. And then the black wrapped around twice. This is a bad black. A better one. Black wrapped around twice. Put your finger through the loop. Bring 2 of the eye color over onto the other side. Like that, same thing, and then just take the 2 blues again and just pull first the white band over, then the blue, then the black, then the blue, then the white. Okay, so the eye is pulled through, okay, and we're going to place the loops here and here, so it's exactly the same as the other side, okay? And the good part of the eye is facing that way, okay? Great, now I'm double looping a jelly blue like this, and another one right here. So they are both double looped single bands. Okay, I'm taking a jelly blue and I'm wrapping it 4 times around this peg. Okay. Now I'm going to take my antenna. This part is a little tricky. You want to find that cap band in the center, so the circular band, and you're going to wrap that around that same peg at the end. Okay. Then we want to loop. We're going to go under that light blue capping band, the one we just put on, and loop the 2 eye bands for this side and the 2 eye bands for this side. And then we want to loop up the middle section. Okay, so now we're going to lift these antennae up like that. Now, we have the cap band that's wrapped around. We're going to count up 2. So 1, 2. Take these loops and we're going to wrap them around this peg. Same thing on the other side. Cap band, then 1, 2. And then we're going to dig down and loop up the double looped bands. Alright, now we can tie off our 3 ends. And very carefully lift up. Be very careful because there are double looped bands on here. It's going to look weird at first, okay? It's going to look weird, okay? Turn the eyes so the good part is facing outward, okay? Alright, cool. Don't worry about the black loops, they'll just have to hang out there. Okay, so we did the forehead. Okay, now we're going to do the upper jaw. Okay, so far so good. Whew, crossing my fingers here. So, I'm starting with we're taking the two blues again, so one of each at a time. And again. And again. And again. Okay, we're going to do that on the side here. And on this side. Okay, now I'm going to double loop my jelly blue. I'm going down twice with it. Then I'm going to take my neon blue, so my very, very bright blue for the tip of the nose. See that color? Taking that. That's going to go right here. So two of those bands. That's not a double looped band, that's two bands. Okay. I'm going to now double loop a jelly blue here and here. Two. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Hold on, I'm just checking my thing here because it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me just. Okay, this is kind of confusing me now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take white band, wrap it, creating 5 loops on your hook, take off this double looped band. We are turning this into a tooth, so pull this on, or we're putting a tooth on. Okay, and then replace the bands on. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on the other side because we're making teeth on the mouth. 5. Okay, so 5 loops. Pull it on. Doing it again. Okay, same thing on the other side. And one more time. So we'll have 3 teeth on each side. Each is on a double looped jelly blue. Okay. And now I am double looping the jelly blue to the center. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to do the nostrils. So I'm taking 2 black bands, or I'm going to take one first, wrap it around creating, actually no, I'm not. Take your neon blue first, sorry. Neon blue, wrap around creating 6 loops on your hook. 6 loops. Then we are double looping a jelly blue. Or you could double loop, you know, let's do the, Let's double loop a neon blue instead of a jelly blue, if you have enough. If not, use a jelly blue. Double loop a neon blue. Pull all those 6 loops onto that double looped neon blue. Pull it down, put your finger through the loops, then take your black band and wrap it, creating 4 loops on the hook. Then place the loops of the neon blue over like that. Push it down. Let's do it again. So another neon blue. 4, 5, 6, wrapped around 6 times. Take another neon blue and double loop it. Pull all 6 loops onto that double looped neon blue. Push it down, finger through the loop, take a black band, 4 loops around the peg, and place like that. Okay, so we have our 2 nostrils. We're going to take a double looped jelly blue, and we're going to pull them both onto the double looped jelly. Okay, place it around this peg and this peg, and then we want to stretch the nostrils apart. Grab 2 of the 4 bands in between them. It's a little tricky sometimes. And wrap them over that peg, and then just you can kind of just flip them up if you want to. Okay. All right, now we're going to double loop some jelly blues. Okay, these are double looped. Like this. Okay, so they are all double looped. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a jelly and I'm going to cap off my end, wrapping around, creating 4 loops. Okay. Now, I'm going to begin to loom. Try not to snap your bands. This is a tricky part. Okay, especially when the bands are double looped. Okay. 2, 3. Okay, we're looping up to here. Now let's go up this side. This side we are looping, I think I looped up to here. Okay, let's do that on this side as well. Oops, it broke. Darn it. Okay, I have to fix this because my band just broke. So if this happens, what you're going to do is you're going to pull off the broken band. Just replace everything as if it was before. Okay, this was a tooth band, so I have to make another double looped tooth band. So I'm going to double loop a band, pull the tooth onto it, and I have to lift up this horizontal band to put this down. Okay, so I put this down, I'm going to put my hook through the other end, and I'm going to replace, oops, ignore what I have on this hook, we'll be doing this later, double looped horizontal band. Okay, and now this has to be brought under all these bands, so I might even just dig my hook in here and just pull it all through if it works. Please don't stop. Please work. Oops. It's a little tricky sometimes, it takes a while. Okay, and then you loop up. Okay, so you loop up. I'm just untangling this because it was a little bit tangled. Okay, so that's pretty much fixed and hopefully won't happen again. Okay, and then one more time here. Okay, so I looped up to here and here and here. take your forehead. You're going to turn it upside down, okay? You have your cap band here, but we're actually going to go through the first set of loops here. Okay, so stick your hook through the loops, not the cap band. Might be a little tricky coming up the other side. Okay, and then we have to turn the head upside down. Okay, so turn the head upside down, and we have to place, actually this is the way we could do it. We could just, with our hook through, grab the set of bands and just pull those bands through and then loop up, okay, instead of wrapping them around the hook like that. Okay, and then I'm actually going to loop up to here. Okay, now you want to, we have our tied end here, and then we have this next end here. We're going to go through this second double looped blue. Okay, so I'm going through the loops of that double looped band, wrapping around this peg, and then I'm going to loop up. Okay, same thing on this side. So we have the double looped at the end that's tied off, and then the next set up, go through that next set up, pull up. And here is where we are attaching the rest of the forehead. Okay, so these three ends are going to be attached to these three pegs, but I want to actually lift this a little bit because I'm afraid that it's going to snap if it's too tense. So just watch what I'm doing, very gently just lifting up a little bit. Okay, maybe a little bit more here and here. Okay, and now I'm going to go through these loops here. I'm going to drop my diagram on the floor. Wrap the loops around the pegs and loop up the final set. I'm going to use a different color to tie off these ends. I'm going to use this pink color. Okay, instead of the white, I'm going to use pink so it's easier to tell the difference between them. Oops. Then I'm going to lift the rest of her up and off. Hopefully it looks okay. Yay! Aw, there's the top of her head. Oh, she's so cute! Yeah. I'm going to take off the white tying bands, but we're leaving the pink on. Okay, we're just going to take off the white. Aw, she's so cute. You can push the nostrils up if they were stuck down. I love her! Arr! Okay, what we're going to do is I kind of want to hide these bands in now. So I'm going to just zigzag them through the antenna. So I'm going to stick my hook through the loops, pull that loose band through, and just zigzag them through the antenna. Till there's none left to zigzag through. So there's one side. Now I'm going to zigzag the other side. Oops. Hey, that wasn't very nice. Don't be mean, little Saphira. Be nice. So silly. Here we go. So there is the top of the head. We have to do the lower jaw still. Okay, great. Don't you love this project, guys? So much fun. Okay. So, the lower jaw, let me get my diagram from the floor because now I have to find where I was. Arg. Okay. Okay, lower jaw. Alright, so, taking the two blues. Okay, and again, the two blues. Again, the two blues. Okay. Now we are double looping. I am double looping the jelly blue twice. So once, twice. Now I'm going to make a little chin spike, so I'm taking the navy blue, wrapping it around, creating 5 loops. Double looping a navy, pulling it on, claiming the end. Then I'm going to take a double looped jelly blue, pull it on, and place the loops here and here, and then just turn that spike so it's facing down. Okay, now I'm going to take double looped jelly all the way down. Wrap a band around, creating 4 loops there. Okay, I'm going to untwist these bands. And now I'm going to do my horizontals, so taking the jelly blues, double looping them. So just one at a time, double looping, like we did with the top. Like that, okay? Great, and now we're going to make some spikes coming out of the side of the head. So, let's see. Taking a white, and I'm going to wrap it 5 times around my hook, so making the 5 loops with it. Double looping a jelly blue, pulling the white on, or the navy blue, the dark blue. Okay, so it looks like this. This is going to go right here. I'm going to make 3 more. Oh, why did I do white? Grr, I'm not paying attention. Pay attention, Cortney. Okay, great. So we have the spikes coming out of the side of the head. And great. So. Now, alright. We are going to dig under the cap band and loop these two and then these. Okay, same thing on the other side. These guys and then these. Then I'm going to go down here and loop this one, this one, this one, oops, this, up to here. And now I'm going to make a tongue. So take your pink, whatever pink you're using, wrap one, creating 5 loops around your hook, double loop one, pull it on, reclaim, double loop another one, pull on, reclaim, take 2 pinks, pull on, reclaim, and 2 more pinks. Pull on, reclaim. Okay, now this we are going to place right onto that peg, and then we're going to loop up the final set in the middle. Okay, now we have to attach a tooth, so take a white and wrap it, creating 5 loops around your hook. Lift up these bands, the top, and we're going to slide the tooth onto them. Then replace, same thing on the other side, so with another white, lift up those top ones, slide the white on, replace, loop up again on each side once, and we're going to put 2 more teeth on. Okay, now, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we want to take our Saphira, and we're going to count down 4 sets from the side of the head. So, it's kind of hard to see, but 1, 2, you can count from the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the set with the teeth attached to it, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the set with the teeth attached. The first tooth here, we're going to go through that set of the double looped bands, and we're going to wrap that around this peg here. Okay, then we want to loop up very carefully this double looped band. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So this, where this tooth is, those 2 jelly bands, go through that set, wrap the loops around this peg, and carefully loop up. Okay, once. I'm going to lift up a little bit from the bottom to release some tension. Okay, just a little bit. Now I'm going to go through the next set in line, which is thankfully not a double looped band. It is 2 bands, an opaque and a jelly, so I'm going to go through those. Oops. Okay, go through those loops, wrap around, and then loop up these. Okay, same thing on the other side. So go through the next set, wrap around, loop up, gently lift a little bit off, like that. And then we're going to wrap, not this final set, see this final set that's being tied off? We're not going to do that one, we're going to do the next one in line, which is going to be a little hard to get because it's kind of attached to the forehead as well. So just do your best, grab those loops, wrap around, and then just loop up this final set. Same thing on this side. This is why the head's hard and why this isn't a beginner's project. Oops, I think I grabbed, no, I grabbed the right ones, okay. Okay, and we are going to tie these three off with a different color than the pink. So I have the pink tied up here. I'm going to do white again, I think. Yeah, I'll just do white. So using whatever color to tie off these three. Different color from the top. The tongue might not be in the mouth right now. We can adjust that. Okay, so the tongue is sticking down the chin right now, so pretty much you can take your hook, go through the mouth, grab the tongue onto your hook, and just pull it through. Okay, now the tongue is in the mouth. Pull that spike down. Oh, there she is. Maybe I want to pull the black band into the head just because the black band's kind of sticking out there from the eyeball. Pull that in a little bit. Maybe you can kind of play with it. Okay, so there is her head. Okay, we want to leave all the tying bands on, so we have 3 of one color at the top and 3 at the bottom of another color. Yay! Oh, I'm so excited! Okay, great. So go to, actually, we can probably just do the neck now. We'll do the neck now. So I'm just taking one of each of the blues. I'm going to go down 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's do that on the sides as well. Okay, and I'm going to take my jelly blues, I'm going to double loop them across. Okay, actually I'm going to leave this last one not double looped. I'm going to take one of each for this last set here. Okay, and maybe this one too. Move the double looped band here and just take 2 bands here. So, oops. So we have 2 bands here, 2 bands here, double loop jelly, and then the rest is going to be double loop jelly. Double loop jelly, double loop jelly, double loop jelly. Okay. Now I'm going to attach the top 3. So the head is right side up, and we want to attach the top 3 sets. Don't worry about the bottom 3 till the end when we do the stomach. So attach the first one. And the second one. I should have done this at the bottom. Oh well. And the third one. Okay, I'm just going to kind of bring the head in the center there. Okay, what I'm going to do here. Okay. I'm going to loom up once in the center, and then once on each side. So one here, it's okay if it lifts off because it is attached, so it's not a big deal. Okay, like that. Now I'm going to take a white, wrap around your hook, creating 5 loops. Take a jelly navy, pull the white onto the jelly navy, and that we are going to wrap around this peg right here. Okay, the one we just looped up to. We're going to do that again on the other side. Loop each down. I'm going to loop all the way up the side. And all the way up this side. Okay, and then we want to make another spike. So we're taking a white, wrapping it around, creating 5 loops. Taking another white, double looping it, and pulling that first white onto this white. Reclaim the loop, then grab a navy blue, double loop it, pull onto hook, reclaim. This is going to go right around here. Then I'm going to loop up twice. 1, 2. You want to make another one of those spikes just like we just did. Attach it there. So the same one as this one. Okay, attach there. Loop up twice, make one more. And attach here. And then just loop up 2 more times. 1, 2. Okay, tie off your ends with the white. Or whatever color, doesn't matter again. I'm just using white because that's what I have here. And then we want to lift it off the neck. So there is her neck. So cute. Aw, Saphira. I'm going to take off the pink tying bands, not the white ones, only the ones that are around the neck that are attached to the neck. Okay, just pink ones. Okay. Alrighty, so there we have her head and top of the neck. We will be doing the bottom when we do this stomach portion of the tutorial. Alright, so at the end of this video you should have your head and neck. You should have your 2 wings. You should have your front legs, and you should have your back legs as well. Okay, so go to the next part and we will continue. See you over there.